my first day back. So first things first, this tire has been giving me a problem for a long time. Since I've been gone, my brother actually found what the culprit was. It's a little screw in here and it has a slow leak. So if it sits for a few days, it goes down, and put air in it, goes down again. So this time I found a little kit to repair it from Walmart, of course, because that's where a lot of stuff is easily obtained. So upon getting up this morning, got a few things together. I haven't gone out to the house yet because I got to get things together, this being first. But the actual first thing I did was I put out a solar panel to charge my brother's battery, because I'm going to take that with me when I go out to my place. Since I only have one battery, I'm going to use it to supplement my battery and just keep things going. So that was the first thing I did. I set that up, and then I went down to barn 2. Right here is barn 1. So I went down to barn 2 because he had the lean-to finished that I started. I started digging the holes and all that good stuff some time ago. So he finally had that done, and I went down to take a look at that. Then I went to the other side to take a look at the lumber that I had stacked out there many moons ago. Well, not that long ago, but I went out to take care of that, or actually look at it, to assess the damage. And of course, it's fine. There's a lot of lumber out there that I'm going to need to actually do some other things with. And if I leave it out there, termites are gonna come after it and probably destroy it. So I'm going to pick that up before too long. Then I'm going to actually take that out to my place, because I'm setting up a storage unit out there. Storage, carport, container, whatever. I'm setting that up so that I can get things out of the house and be able to work. On this trip, I had planned to build something, but you know, I don't have as much time as I'd like, because I'm still on a schedule, since I still work, of course. So I got a carport type thing I can put together, dump everything in, and have free access to the house and work without having to move everything back and forth, because that takes a lot of my time and it's just bothersome to me. So going to take care of that. Once that is done, then I'll get on with the other stuff. But first things first, I gotta take care of this tire. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, is get that taken care of, and then we'll move on. So I got my goodies all ready, and doing the things that I do, you have to learn to do these things, because in waiting for somebody else to do it, it's gonna just take way too long, and I don't have a whole lot of time. So when I get here, I have to get it going and get it done and continue with what I'm doing, because I only have so long to be here. And plus, who wants to wait? Because being as impatient as I am sometimes, you know. But anyway, this is what is about to happen. So I got it here, don't know exactly how long it is, but oh, it's almost 2 inches. This would have been a lot easier taking off the tire, but then that's going to take a lot longer too. So I can let some of that air out. Okay, let's add a little goop. my plug. Trying to get on as much as I can to make it actually work. Shit. Excuse me, but that hurts. It's in there at least. You don't have a rag, use your pants. That's why they look like they do, because I used it for whatever. So now I'm going to find a knife. Okay, so that's why my hands are always a tad on the rough side, because I'm always using them, of course, without gloves and things like that. So that's what happens. So far so good. I'm going to get my compressor and fill it back up, and hopefully everything is good. So between my compressor, my tire gauge, it's been a beautiful thing. These are always good to have with you, especially when you're out in the woods and you don't know when you're going to need air in your tire, or if you have to let air out, you need to be able to put air back in. There are better systems, but this is country style. So if you have one of these guys, you just fill it up before you leave and it'll hold air for a while. So if you have to lower the pressure in your tires because you're in mud or whatever, then you can always use this to fill it back up. It is definitely a good thing. It's like each time I'm here, I'm reminded of the things that we should know how to do, and sometimes we are better off when we know how to do it, because if I had to take this to a repair shop, I'm waiting hours. Thus far, it's only been a few minutes. Now I can carry on with my day and hopefully don't have to worry about this, because it should be sealed. And if not, of course, that stuff will be with me, and I'll have air in this. If not, I have the compressor on the back of the truck right now. And what I've had to do before is I've had this on the truck and the compressor, so I would just start up the compressor, fill this up, and leave it in the truck, put this on, and air up all my tires. Sometimes I have to do that when I come back because after it sits a while, it's a little low on air. So I was told when you're in the country, there's about 3 things you really need. Starting with the truck, a trailer, and a side-by-side. If you can afford all 3 of those things at the same time, that's great. But if you can't, then just having a truck and some tools, little things like this, some tools, wrenches, things like that, that's always good for when you're out. Especially if you're out in the woods doing things, you always need something. So there we have it. I hope it's a done deal and I won't have to approach this again right away. But this is a screw that I probably picked up maybe from my place here or anywhere, but it was in there so deep and the head was actually worn off. It was hard to find it, but my brother actually marked it here a little while back, so I was able to find it and take it out, and that's almost 2 inches in. You can see where the threads have been like worn off, but it still let a little air out enough to have to do this. So anyway, that's it. We're going to move on and get some other things going.